YouTube, and welcome to part 2 of the visual novel Our Life. It has been a whopping 3 months since the last time I recorded something. I'm back from the dead, don't worry. But I'm so excited to play this. I've been itching to play. I just have not been doing it for, procrastination and editing procrastination and. So let's continue. I am so excited. And let's go. And then summer ended. This is where we left off the last time, I think. With all these little sticky notes here. And let's go. Yes, I am sure. I'll never get tired of that view. You stood beside your moms, Lizzie, and Cove as the 5 of you watched the sun dip into the ocean somewhere far, far away. You liked to imagine it cooling off in the water, resting itself before getting ready to shine brightly again tomorrow. That was a fun day. I didn't know they had magicians on the shopping street now. Neither did I. Oh no, we are so dull. Let's get out more. He didn't do real magic, Mom. How did you figure that one out?
Duh.
'Cause I know. That's not what real magic looks like. Oh, Lizzie dear. There's all kinds of magic in the world. Lizzie gave Mommy a suspicious look, but didn't dispute the claim. He looked over at Cove, who hadn't said a word since you started home. He didn't look upset, though, just content. You're aware he still hadn't quite warmed up to your parents. Well, we can't sit out here all night. Time to hurry home and get cooking. Who's helping with dinner? Lizzie immediately let out a groan. The protest was obvious. You could practically see school on the horizon. You certainly didn't want to spend the last bits of your freedom cooking dinner. You could do that any other day. Aha, our first choice! Please, can we play just a little longer? We have to keep playing before it's too late. It is almost over. You put on your best puppy dog eyes. Lizzie may not want to, but you planned on going home. Puppy dog eyes do the trick? Hopefully? Oh, don't look at me like that. Like what?
Please.
Please. Soon we'll have homework and reading to do. We can't do work now, too. Lizzie made her case and then stomped her foot into the ground. Wow. You mimicked her, feeling that would add something to the argument. Well.
No.
Oh, come on, Pam. I can help you with dinner. Mommy leaned in for a hug, and you knew that you were very close to victory.
Okay.
All right. But as soon as dinner's ready, you lot are coming inside, understood? Yes, Mom. Yes, Mom. Cove, dear, you're welcome to join us as well. You grinned at Cove and nudged his arm with your elbow. Cove gave a non-committal shrug to your mommy, which he took as an agreement. So much to do, so little time. Maybe I could still get the seashell bracelet at Tines and Trinkets. Ooh, or maybe the playground. Or the fireflies would probably be coming out, right? Don't I get a say in this? You silently made your own plans. We can't go too far. Or I'm going home. I just did that whole argument puppy dog eyes thing just to say I'm going home. I'll just make my own plans. Lizzie had her own ideas of what she wanted to do, but what were you going to do? You glanced over to Cove, considering. A strong gust of wind made you shiver. Lizzie huffed as she wrapped her arms around herself.
Rude.
Doesn't the wind know that summer's not over yet? That's all Lizzie said before abruptly turning on her heel and heading off in the direction your mothers had gone. Wow, her argument was for nothing too. Okay. Where are you going? I'm going to my room. I have lots to plan if I want to make the most out of tomorrow. You thought this over, looking off towards the water again. Lizzie didn't wait, and before long she was disappearing off down the road. Meanwhile, Cove was going in the opposite direction, heading for the beach. Ooh, you followed Lizzie, or you stayed with Cove? Well, I'm gonna have to go with Cove. Cove gave you a small smile that you couldn't help but return.
Cool.
Cool. He made a little gesture that you interpreted as follow me, and then started heading to the waves. Oh, wobbly little eyebrows. It's so cute. Cove knelt down, picking up something you quickly identified as a smooth rock. He reared his arm back, then tossed it out into the water. Ooh. You were impressed over how far he got it to go. It sailed way out into the sea. It was a good toss. That was pretty neat. It wasn't a long throw, but he didn't care to try for that. The rock sunk kind of like a rock, and fell back down almost right after he tossed it. Uh, I'll say it wasn't a long throw since he does have a cast on his arm. So, I don't know which arm he threw from, but I'll do with that. Oh, another one. You can't skip rocks in the ocean. What are you doing? Or you looked for your own rock. I will happily join him with throwing rocks to the ocean. Deciding to join Cove, you searched nearby for any rocks or shells that you could throw too. You found a shell that would suit your purposes, a smile growing as you tossed it as hard as you could. It landed with a wet-sounding thunk a few feet away and slipped down into the water. When you looked over at Cove, he didn't seem to notice that his throw had been more impressive. Cove was looking down at his cast, scratching idly at the pink surface even though you were pretty sure he couldn't feel it. His brows were furrowed and there was a frown on his face.
It's not fair.
It's not fair. I've had to wear this cast for ages. I can't even swim. When did you get it off? Or how'd you get it? Oh, finally! I want to know how he got the friggin' thing. How'd you get it? I was jet skiing. Oh my. At ripe age of 8? I forgot how old we were. Really? That's not fair. Or cool. Your eyes widened. Really? Cove narrowed his eyes a little. Yeah, why would I lie? I didn't mean it like that. He then continued to explain. I crashed. No! He gestured to his arm as he gestured to his arm as if to say, and this was the result. Poor Cove. It's hard to believe you're allowed to jet ski.
Well.
Well, I'm not. Ooh, that explains why you crashed then. Oh. Cove let out a huff, plopping down into the sand. I can't believe summer's almost over. You sat down next to him and nodded in agreement, regardless of the sudden topic change. I don't want to go to school. I would. I don't want to go to a new school. I think it'll be the same school as you and Lizzie. My dad said something about that. Cool, you're going to like it. Everyone's super nice. You'd only ever been to the one school, but you were sure that his old school couldn't have been that much better. Then again, he did have to make new friends and meet new teachers. It could be kind of scary. Cove shook his head, then wrapped his good arm around his knees as he drew them to his chest. You heard a sniffling sound, and when you took a good look at his face, you realized that his eyes were wet. No, don't cry again! We just started!
I want to go home.
I want to go home. Oh man. Silence. You'd never had to move before, but you thought you could understand. If you had to go to a new school all of a sudden, with all new people, you'd probably be dreading it too. Even though you sort of maybe understood, you still weren't sure how to help. Okay, I'll see you later. Cove gave his head a small shake. No, I want to go back home. Right. Cove wanted to go back to his old home. The one that sat waiting somewhere. Right. Cove wanted to go back to his old home. The one that sat waiting someplace far from here. The one he would bring up whenever he felt the sad. It had been a while since he moved in, but he didn't seem to feel any better about being here. You settled back down into the sand, trying to consider what to do. Ooh, do you hate it here? This can be your home. Or it'll be alright. Ooh. I might as well ask if he doesn't like it that much. Cove's brow furrowed once more. Then he shook his head. You felt a rush of relief fill you. You liked having Cove here. It would be sad if he'd been miserable the whole time. You're not going to leave, right? You'll still be around? The question was a little surprising. Of course. Or I don't know. I'm not gonna say I don't know. Of course I'll stay here. I'm kind of worried for the future, though, of this next part, so I'm kind of a little bit concerned. Now that I mentioned that. You were fine with him changing the subject again. Yeah, that would be fun. Cove smiled, then looked back at the waves. My dad keeps saying I'll get used to everything eventually. That I'd feel better then. It used to make me angry. I didn't want to get used to everything. You spared a glance at Cove and saw the anger had slipped off his face in favor of something almost puzzled. But maybe that would be okay after all. As long as I really do feel better. I can't see it. You could remember, a long time ago, when you'd first started going to school. You had absolutely not been okay with the idea of being away from your parents for most of the day, to listen to strangers tell you what to do and sit with kids you'd never met before. School in a nutshell. Things changing is hard. You held his hand. I can. Or I'll make sure you do. I'm gonna hold his hand. Always on his face. You're not quite sure of what to say to that, so instead you reach out and take hold of Cove's hand. The one closest to you is the one in his cast, so you made sure you were very gentle. As you watched, Cove's eyes got a little misty once more. You got the feeling that they were different tears than the ones from before, though. I hope next summer I'll surf and go exploring, and everything will feel like it's supposed to again. You will. It will. The two of you sat quietly, just taking in the sounds of the waves. You hoped that Cove would be able to accept this place as his new home. You definitely tried to help in what ways you could. There were so many wonderful things here Cove probably hadn't even seen yet. You looked over your shoulder, realizing it was probably time for dinner. Time had gone by really fast. You stood and dusted the sand off of yourself. My mom's calling. It's time for dinner. You should come. Cove looked up at you, expression screaming reluctance, yet ultimately... Okay. Oh, his little face. When you smiled, Cove returned with one of his own. Leah, thanks. It was nice, where you were right then. But the two of you couldn't stay there in your own little world any longer. You were being called forward. Ooh, boy. So the both of you ran off towards your house, leaving the waves and summer behind. Dang. Oh, so cute. Dang. Poor Cove. I mean... in between... preteen? Preteen years? I'm guessing. Ooh, I can change my thing. You know, I might change the color of my little hair here, because I don't have dyed purple hair anymore. I don't have a part of my hair dyed purple. And should I change the style? I can change that. Oh, well, I'll change that. I didn't notice that before. Earrings, sure. Well, I don't know what the earrings look like. Okay. Braces? No, I don't wear braces. Oh, I'm changing. Yeah, this is probably us going into preteen or teen years, because I'm seeing braces, earrings, and, you know, stuff like that. Anyway, I can't find the hairstyle for the back. Oh, never mind, it's right here. The, pigtails. You know. Oh, that's a lot. It's a lot of braids. Oh, was that a bun? No, it's a ponytail. Space buns, heck yeah. That's really, really big and poofy, but you know, that's perfectly fine with me. perfectly fine with me. Because adorable little space buns, I will happily take that. Because I wore space buns for the first time ever, like, 2 weeks ago, and it was so cute. I loved it. And I'll probably make it more of a ongoing style or something, because it was so cute. If I can find bangs, I was just on again. I kind of got off of them and can't find them again. There we go. Two-tone, come on. There we go. Okay, I'll leave it like that. Back to how it was before. Okay, space buns. And I'll leave everything else like that. And blink. And blink. Oh, done. Duh. My feeling for Cove. You know, I'd say I'm still fond. I don't know if I'm gonna change anything else. Cause, I like how it is right now. Begin step 2 at relaxed fondness. You won't be able to change it again until step 3. Yes. Customize. Oh, I get to customize Cove. Choose to customize Cove yourself or let his prior experiences determine it. Oh no, wait. Oh, oh. What? I'm scared. Appearance? Oh, I kind of want to customize him. Oh, I kind of want to customize him. This is so cute. Man, okay. Let's play around a little bit. Play around just a little bit. Play around. Oh, whoa, this is really cute. So he's definitely a teenager now, or something. Oh, that's his little scar I'm guessing he got from the jet ski. So I'll go with that, because that looked good. Pants. Whoa. Colors. Boom. Oh, I can have a bracelet. Okay. You know, yeah, I'm gonna accessorize him. There we go. That's cute. I like that. Oh, PJs! We're gonna see him in his PJs? So cute. I like that. It's purple. It's cute. Oh, I can change it when he's... Oh. Okay, I'll leave it, and then he can wear glasses. Clearly he has glasses or something, so I'll give him glasses when he's in his PJs. Actually, should I? I don't know. I don't know. I think it looks adorable like that. Although I'm the one with glasses here, so. Alright, jacket. Boing boing. So I get to customize his hair throughout a bunch of different things. Yeah, I'll go with pink. That's cute. Okay. Wait, no, I wanna go back. I wanna go back. Wait, what? I wanna change his personality too. What do I do? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, hey. I'm trying to figure out a little bit here. What do you mean? Oh, yes, I can do both. Okay. Let me go back and fix everything I just did. Then I'll see you guys when I get to the personality. I changed my mind. I'll let his personality be and just change his appearance because I want to see what his personality is like. So, you know. Okay. August ended, September began, it was time to go back to school. Lizzie groaned and complained the entire first week. She hated going to classes. Still, there were interesting things to do that couldn't be done anywhere else. You weren't sure how Cove felt about it. He was enrolled that year. That was like a sign Cove would be staying in Sunset Bird for a while. At school, he was alright, but kept his distance from the other kids, from what you saw anyway. Whenever he could, Cove stuck to you like glue. He didn't even mind that much what you did to pass the time, as long as it was together. Aww. Okay. That year, the divorce of Cove's parents was finalized. You overheard your parents talking about it, saying Cove's dad finally got full custody. Aww. Wow, okay. At first, you worried that meant bad news. It had made Mr. Holden cry, apparently. Oh, that's you. Oh my gosh. Then you found out it meant Cove would keep living with his dad. He would only stay with his mom a few weeks of the year. Wow. Must have done some bad stuff or, something. Cove cried too, for different reasons, you thought. It seemed like Cove and his dad might move out again, but Mr. Holden decided to stay after all. Mom asked him about it once. He had said he didn't want to uproot Cove's life a second time. Yeah, I hope not. Mr. Holden tried to get Cove to like Sunset Bird more. He kept encouraging his son to go out and see the place. Sometimes Mr. Holden volunteered you to spend time with Cove. As if I wouldn't want to do it anyway. He seemed very confident that it was an effective strategy. Cove never talked to anyone about what happened with his parents and withdrew whenever it was brought up. Poor guy. It was hard for him, yet nobody knew how to help. Except for me? Hopefully? Eventually, Cove stopped crying on his own. You couldn't understand what had changed. Still, you worried about him. You could tell he wasn't completely happy. Maybe one day he could say out loud what he felt inside. After that, it felt like things had gone back to normal. Except what was normal didn't stay the same. Years passed, and suddenly you were in middle school. Oh, middle school. So we're like, 12? 13? Oh yeah, 13. Okay. You weren't a kid anymore. You were 13 years old. That had officially made you a teen, even if your sister didn't agree. Yeah, 13. I was trying to call myself a teenager when I was like 11 and 12, I think. Now I am. Now I'm definitely. The toys and crayons that used to litter every free space in your home had been packed away somewhere, replaced by new hobbies. There were other changes too. Cove's cast got taken off. It was weird to see him without it initially. Underneath the pink plaster ended up being a long, thin scar that snaked across his forearm. Cove's chest puffed out in pride when someone drew attention to it. He also went through a major growth spurt. He was the tallest student in his class for 2 years in a row. Cove will probably hold that spot again next time. Wow. Okay, in class people knew him for more than just being tall. So he's tall? Yay! Okay, anyway. He also stood out because of how well he did with his school stuff overall. Over the years, he still remained familiar in a lot of ways. He'd talk to people when they came to him, but never really searched out company on his own. And the only kid that came to visit the neighborhood when you were little, Shiloh, well, he was gone. Oh no! He and his mom moved back south because of her work, just 1 year after Cove came to Sunset Bird. So I guess that's one change already. I mean, aside from everything else. It had been really upsetting when he left. Lizzie was inconsolable for weeks, but nobody talked about Shiloh anymore. It was a long time ago. You learned some heartbreaking things became less sad the further away they were, even if they had never gotten any better. That was sad in its own way. Things at home were different too. You still lived in the same house and all that, but it wasn't how it was before. Ma dyed her hair purple. Oh, we're calling them different names now. Wow. Ma dyed her hair purple, wanting something new, and liked it so much she kept dyeing it. Purple hair, heck yeah. As I literally said in the customizing character thing, I've dyed my hair purple a number of times in different variants. And I love it. You remember with, temporary dye. You remember calling her mommy as a kid, but something like that seemed awkward nowadays. You were much too old for the word. Wow. Lizzie felt too mature for her nickname too. She insisted on everyone calling her Elizabeth. So you did. Wow. Your moms soon gave her permission to go places other than the playground and the shopping streets, which she took advantage of. You rarely saw her around the old neighborhood. Dang. In fact, she hardly spent any time with you the way she did before. Elizabeth instead associated more and more with the girls from school who were her own age. Maybe the difference between 13 and 15 was greater than the difference between 8 and 10. Aww. Yeah, probably. You started befriending new people yourself, like Derek Suarez. Suarez. He didn't live in the neighborhood or go to the same school. What happened was his and Cove dads struck up a business partnership a few months ago. Since then, Derek would pop up in the area now and then. It seemed Mr. Suarez was happy to let Derek tag along to his work, if Derek had the time for it. Without a doubt, everyone and everything around you had changed. In small and big ways, you had to. As time went by, though, it was easy to settle into this new normal. Then, before you knew it, school was over and summer vacation had come again. Whoa! Okay, new stuff. At 13 years old, I definitely would have plushies and cute stuffed animals everywhere. And drawings on the wall. That's rude. Whatever. I still see some boxes over there. The gaming computer or whatever that is more accurate though. Okay. Anyway, it was the first day of summer vacation. The sun was as hot as ever, but you were inside and away from its harsh rays. To be more specific, you were snuggled up in bed, celebrating your time off by sleeping in. Ooh, the realness of teenage years. Wide awake, about to head out to enjoy your time off. Definitely gonna enjoy the time off. Wide awake, I mean. You made sure to slather on a generous amount of sunscreen so you didn't get burnt. Oh, heck yeah. Vampire pale. You were looking in the mirror, studying the clothes you'd thrown on, when your bedroom door opened without warning. In the reflection, you saw Elizabeth raise an eyebrow. Ooh, angsty teenager. Except not that angsty, never mind. Have you been staring at yourself this whole morning? I have, in fact. Excuse you. Could you knock next time? Go away. Or good morning, Elizabeth. Could you knock next time? She ignored that, crossing her arms over her chest with a disgruntled expression. Clearly, she hadn't come in to see just you. Mom told me to tell you that your friend's at the door. Cove? Yay! Okay, he brought some happy summer gift from Mr. Holden. Mom wants you to take it from him. Say thanks or whatever.
Come on.
Ooh, angsty. Yeah, angsty. So come down already. Be right there. Okay, fine. Really? That's great. I'm coming. I'll be there when I'm there. Yeah, I'll be right there. Elizabeth said nothing else and left, having done what she was instructed of her. Now alone, you focused on the mirror once again. Ooh, okay. Your reflection hardly even fit in the frame. You're very tall. Ooh, I get to choose my height? Okay. Your reflection went over the whole length of the mirror. You're pretty tall. So very tall, pretty tall, average, you're pretty short, or you're very short. Your reflection fit comfortably in the frame, your average height. There was a lot of open real estate in the frame, you're pretty short. You had trouble getting your reflection to appear in the mounted mirror frame, you're very short. So I'm kind of going off of in my character customization thing here, since there's a lot of it in this game here. I am around here. I'm not very short. I mean, average height. Yeah. I'm taller than most people where I live, but not taller than most of my family members, but so. Cove was really tall. Derek was kind of short, and you were pretty much the exact as someone would expect for a 13-year-old. You liked your height, you weren't sure how to feel about it, or you were kind of self-conscious over, I like my height, I don't really want to change. It suited you well in your mind. And you put the finishing touches on your outfit while ruminating on the situation. Careless as they had been, Elizabeth's words piqued your curiosity. You planned on going over to see what Cove was up to, so this worked in your favor. Your reflection grinned back at you. You were looking forward to seeing him. You left your room, taking an easy time down the stairs. Okay. Step 2, second chance. Ooh, okay. You spotted Mom first, reclining on the couch. She held a magazine in her hands, which she was perusing through. Morning, Mom. She looked up at your greeting, a smile instantly appearing on her face.
Thanks.
Oh, she looks different. She has her hair up. Good morning, Leah. Thank you for coming down. Ma's out the door with Cove. He can't stay over today, unfortunately. Why don't you go and thank him before he leaves? Oh, heck yeah. You nodded and made your way to the front of the house. Just as she said, Ma was there, making conversation. She must have heard you, because she looked over her shoulder.
Oh.
Oh, purple? I mean, I'll have to look back in the recording to see if there's a difference, because I can't really tell. But it looks more purple, so yeah. Look, I finally made it. Morning, sleepyhead. Ma reached forward, and you knew she was about to pat you on the head. She was taller than average, so you were little in her eyes, despite being a typical size for your own age. You let her do it, you happily let her do it. You tilted your body aside to dodge. You pushed her hand back and laughed. You pushed her hand back and groaned. I love head pats, I'm sorry. I will happily let her do that. That type of small, affectionate exchange was nice. She placed the whole of her hand on top of your head for a second before lifting it back up. Ah, you're the last one down today. You know that? Life isn't a race. Morning. I was going to stay in longer, so you're welcome. Sorry about the wait. Uh-huh. What did we get? There's so many options! Okay. Yeah, I was going to stay in longer. Sorry. Yeah, I was going to stay in longer. You're welcome. Yes, thank you for gracing us all with your presence this fine day. No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't. I'd say morning. That's all? You really are a sleepyhead right now? Yeah, there we go. Okay. With a small laugh, Ma stepped aside. Cove was just as you remembered, exactly how you came to know him to be. Oh! He leaned uncomfortably to the side in your doorway as his bushy hair covered part of his face. Oh, what the heck? His features were pinched in embarrassment, and he shifted from one foot to the other. He was holding what must be the much talked about gift. At first glance, you figured it must be a bouquet of flowers. Then you gave it a real look. No, instead it was actually cut fruit, all into the shape of a bouquet. That's really cute, actually. It made a lot of sense it was actually from Cope's dad. You had to suppress a laugh at his showing. You couldn't imagine how many folks buying that sort of thing for their own personal enjoyment. That kind of arrangement was built for the presentation, likely to impress whoever was inevitably going to receive it. It seemed no matter how long he lived here, Mr. Holden. I'm sorry, I can't keep smiling. He's so cute. It seemed no matter how long he lived here, Mr. Holden would keep going out of his way to be neighborly, and Cove would always be roped into participating. Cove smiled at the sight of Cove smiled at the sight of you. The sting of his goofy errand, he was clearly embarrassed to be on ease. Hey, Leah. You smiled back. It was second nature to you. Cove had always been such a close friend ever since the two of you were kids. Hey, it's nice to see you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you too. Your grin widened even more. Every time he came, your mood was brightened. It was already shaping up to be another long summer, with plenty of time for the two of you to have fun together. His awkwardness over the task started to creep back in, so Cove nudged the gift closer to you. He was ready to be relieved of it. And with that, the gift was accepted. Oh my god, he's so adorable! I'm so glad I got to customize him, holy moly. I can't tell if this is for me or if this is for the family, but either way, the present's adorable. Okay, this thing was definitely Dad's idea. Oh, it's him talking. This thing was definitely Dad's idea. I would have gone for something else, but if you can't eat it all, I wouldn't mind taking a couple of skewers. Aww. He smiled, looking amusedly at the gift, then back at you. You called that one? He's so adorable! Oh my gosh! Thank you. Thanks. You are too cute to. You're too cute sometimes? Boy, I don't interact socially enough to know how I would respond to such a fine individual. Thank you. Thank you. Could you tell your dad? We love the gift? Yeah. Mr. Holden's behavior was really different from any neighbor you'd ever had. Though after 5 years, you were. Okay, wait, okay, I want to go back. I kind of want to see how he reacts. Ugh, Leah. Just thank my dad for all this, okay? Okay, so it can be a kind of. Okay, I don't know what I want to do now, man. Yeah, you're too cute. I'm sorry, I gotta say it. He's clearly used to it. We clearly say this kind of thing a lot, apparently. Okay, just thank my dad for the gift. Just thank my dad for all of this, okay? Haha, alright. Mr. Holden's behavior really was different from any neighbor you'd ever had. Though after 5 years, you were used to his antics. And you'd since made up your mind on what your opinion was. Ooh, okay. He was nice, he was sort of funny, he was pretty weird, you didn't like him. He was great and kinda handsome to boot. What? Okay, I'm not, that one's out of the question. He was sort of funny. Let's say that. Sometimes that could be a good thing, and other times it was a bad thing. Your thoughts were quickly interrupted by a shout. There you are. You shared a confused look with Cove as both of you stepped through the open door and onto the neighborhood street. He's so cute! Oh my god! Yeah. Okay. It didn't take long to locate the source of the noise. You spotted Derek, who, just a few yards away down the road, he ran up to you. You were happy at the sight of him. Yeah, he's already unimpressed. Uh-huh. You were confused at the sight of him. You were displeased at the sight of him. So, I don't know how much I like this guy. I'll say I'm confused. You hadn't expected to see Derek today, though you never really knew when he'd appear. Oh, he's a football kid? Football? After stopping a couple of steps away, Derek hunched over to catch his breath. My throat is sore. Then he looked up with a wide grin.
Hey.
Hey, guy and gal. Aw. Oh, he's stubby. Sure. Wow. I was just at your house, Cove, but no one was there. Should have figured you'd be at Leah's place. Do you ever spend time in your own home, or are you always just there? Derek laughed at his own joke. He either didn't notice that it embarrassed Cove, or the embarrassment was what he was actually laughing at. He's blushing! I can't. Too cute. Oh. Okay, Derek turned to you. He was going to say more when his eyes widened and he gasped. What's that? You followed his gaze, unsure. Then you realized what he meant. You were still holding Mr. Holden's gift. You were still holding Mr. Holden's gift. Okay. It's kind of like a bouquet of flowers, but made out of fruit. That sounds really yummy, honestly. I want one of those.
Nice.
Nice. Can I have some? Oh. Oh. It's a gift for my family. I can't give it to you. Maybe you can have some later, or... Oh, God. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Maybe you can have some later? Derek grew more excited. Okay, I didn't hurt his feelings, whatever. Derek grew more excited by your words, bouncing on the balls of his feet. Awesome. Then he nodded his head as if to clear it. Anyway, that's right. I came here because I needed to say something big. He paused, possibly for effect. There's some other kid here in Sunset Bird. Cove was as surprised as you were by the news. Such a reaction made sense. No one around your age had moved here since Cove did 5 years ago. Wow. Small town or something. Were they with their family? Maybe they were cutting through. He looks kind of edgy, honestly. I mean, I gave him that shirt. I gave it to him, but still his stance, edginess. Nuh-uh. The new kid was all by himself, just walking. Did you talk to him?
Nope.
Nope. I came to report the sighting right away. The kid had green hair, glasses, was pretty small, and seemed really upset about something. I hope he didn't leave. He has green hair. Lost sibling? You blinked slowly. You looked over at your longtime neighbor. That sounds a lot like you, Cove. When you first got here, anyway. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, yeah. I guess that was me back then. Derek snickered good-naturedly. I can see that really well, now that you say so. But what'd you say? Let's go find Cove's lookalike. We should all meet him. Oh, he looks sad. Do you have a lost brother? Ooh, maybe he does have a brother, and then his mom, because his parents got divorced, his mom kept the other kid? I
Sure.
can't tell. I'll do it. Sure, I want to see who this person is. Derek grinned, then he pointed down the street the way he came. Aw, he's a nice little guy. Okay, last I saw him, the mystery visitor was going this direction. Nothing else needed to be said. The three of you were off, with Derek leading the way. Are we still holding the stupid present? Not stupid, it's adorable, but, I feel like we shouldn't be taking this thing throughout the whole town. Derek brought you to the beach, and as a trio, you made your way down the shore to the old playground. You walked the familiar path in a comfortable silence. When you were almost there, you spotted the kid in question. His bright colors almost shone like a beacon beneath the rays of sun. He scuffled around, kicking up the sand as he paced. It was true, he certainly seemed upset, but you didn't think he was sad, like you had originally pictured. No, with his erratic movements and scrunched up expression, he came off angry. You started to have doubts about this expedition. Maybe it'd be better if you left him alone and let him sort himself out. You shared a look with Cove. He was equally reluctant to start up a conversation. Let me guess, Derek is Derek didn't feel the same. He waved wildly, calling out to the boy. Hey guy, over here. Oh, that is not Cove. That is not a Cove look-alike. Okay, bowl cut. Jeez. The kid whipped around, an unimpressive scowl carving deeper onto his face. His eyes were tired, but a strong, hostile energy still radiated from him.
What?
What? What is it? What do you want? Ooh. The sharp tone made Derek flinch. He shifted on his feet. Uh, what's your name? Jeremy. Was that it?
No.
No. I'm it's a no.
No.
No. No, I'm Derek. That's Leah and Cove. We were just walking around and saw you. We wanted to say hi. There aren't a lot of kids our age in the neighborhood. Yeah, so, it's cool to see someone else here. Strangely, Jeremy grew furious by your response. If steam could erupt from a person's ears, it would have happened then. Jeez, he looks like he's about to fight someone. Oh my gosh. They did bring me somewhere stupid. Of course, I knew it. Okay, so this is pretty much Cove, but instead of crying, he's gonna take his anger out on everyone, including the sand. What?
My parents.
My parents. They're the ones who brought me. I didn't walk to this town. Can you not figure that out on your own?
Right.
Right. My dad brings me to Sunset Bird too, when he has to come for work and all that stuff. It's not bad. That earned him a glare from Jeremy. Derek winced beneath it, glancing away. It was a struggle to remain friendly with this Jeremy guy. Clearly, oh, he is not impressed. He's oh, ah. I mean, I wouldn't want to come here for a real vacation, probably either. That's an understatement. This doesn't count as a vacation. It's a waste of time. A chore. My parents' family is nearby, and we just had to come to see them. Ah.
Um,
If they're your parents' family, doesn't that make them your family too?
I guess.
I guess. That's a pretty good reason to come by. Did you want to go somewhere else? No. Jeremy crossed his arms with a huff. He turned away. They should have gone by themselves, since they care so much and left me home. But I'm not allowed to be by myself. It makes no sense. They're the ones who don't know how to do anything, and I'm the kid? Dang. Ooh, okay, I get to say something here. Your cereal this morning, that's the first thing I see. You kept quiet. You shouldn't talk about your parents like that. Sorry, it must suck being forced to do something you don't want. I'm not sympathizing with this guy. Sorry, no. We just said hello. You don't have to keep complaining at us. Calm down, you don't have to yell so much. Who peed in your cereal this morning? I really like that one. But, I feel like it's gonna start a fight or something. We just said hello. You don't have to keep complaining at us. Yeah, I'll go with that. Wow. Wow, why did you decide to talk to me, huh? Did I ask for that? No. Did I want you to come over and stop flapping your gums at me about dumb stuff? No. Wow, you suck. You stink. Now you're gonna whine that this isn't what you wanted? Too bad, it's not my job to care. You turn to Cove, lowering your voice. The two of you aren't that similar after all. Huh? Not at all. No. Jeremy must have had a good hearing, though, because he caught the private exchange and scoffed.
Stupid.
Wow! Um, of course we're not similar. My eyebrows aren't stupid. Oh, no, don't you dare insult his eyebrows. Don't you dare. Yours are non-existent, dude. Cove's cheeks flushed crimson at the insult. You couldn't be sure if it was out of embarrassment or anger. Or anger, maybe both. I hope I get to say something. I hope. Come on. Yeah! Yeah, I get to say something! I am not gonna. Oh, man, okay. What? No, Cove's wavy eyebrows are cool. How can you say that when you got a bowl cut? Don't listen to him. They're really unique and special. Well, they are kind of silly. Apologize to Cove right now. You can't treat people like that. This is out of the question. I'm not saying this. Apologize to Cove right now. You can't treat people like that. Apologize. Oh, yay, that got a smile. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm happy.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, actually apologize. Oh, no, he didn't. Okay, I'm sorry your eyebrows are so terrible. You just rolled your eyes, you crossed your arms over your chest, you shook your head, you patted Cove on the shoulder, you lunged towards Jeremy. Okay, so I'm not gonna do that. You grinned at all of this. I'll cross my arms. I don't know what else I can do without, you know, violence and disapproving. Wow, what is wrong with you? Seriously. Instead of taking offense, Jeremy only parroted Derek's words in a nasally voice.
Wow, what is wrong with you?
Wow, what is wrong with you? Wah. Oh my gosh. This is dumb. Yeah, this is dumb. You're dumb. Bowl cut. Jeremy stuck out his tongue and skulked away, throwing more sand everywhere as he went. You watched him go, hunched over, until he became a speck in your vision. The silence reigned in his wake. The three of you tried to process what had just happened. What a turd. I can't believe it. What a mean kid. Yeah. Derek wasn't kidding, and by the sound of those earlier complaints, the new boy Jeremy was going to be in the area for at least a little while this summer. Well, if you insult this guy's eyebrows again, I will choose violence again. I'm sorry. Okay. Derek sighed in dismay. Oops. Gosh, wrong button. Derek sighed in dismay, plopping onto the ground. He followed, and Cove did too shortly after. There wasn't much else to do. This sucks. I was hoping we could meet someone fun. Hang out, maybe. He shook his head. After a moment, he slowly turned to you with a hopeful expression. But you know what Oh my god! But you know what would really improve the day? What? He didn't respond. Instead, he used a hand to point. Right at the fruit arrangement that you were still holding. Aha! I knew it! You'd completely forgotten about it during the mini-drama that unfolded. You had gotten used to the weight. Yeah, I thought it was... Yeah, I thought so. That I was still carrying it. Glancing over to Cove, you noticed he was eyeing the fruit. He must want some too. Oh, well, heck yeah. You want... Yeah, Eat up. Derek perked up immediately at your words. He reached out for a skewer, hesitating slightly once he was inches away.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? You nodded with an eager grin. He plucked out a prime row of fruits. Cove grabbed one for himself after him. Only you were without a skewer of your own. Oh, I could choose! I'll tell you, you took a pineapple skewer, a grape skewer, a strawberry skewer, or a melon skewer. Oh no! I love all of them, dude. Oh my gosh. These decisions are so stupidly hard. This is dumb. Strawberries. I like strawberries. The strawberry was bright and red and beckoning you. It was the obvious first choice. Derek ate a pineapple skewer enthusiastically, finishing it within moments. This is amazing. It's not different from any other normal fruit. It's kind of worse. These have been out in the open with their skins off for a while. Sheesh. I don't care. Hey, you two remember the land before time? Oh, that fruit thing makes me think of it. The dinosaurs all liked the leaves that were shaped like stars. Oh, I love that movie. Childhood core memory unlocked. I love that they put that in there. That is so cool. Anyway, hey, you two remember the land before time? That fruit thing makes me think of it. The dinosaurs all liked the leaves that were shaped like stars. Uh-huh. Tree stars. Oh, oh, it was. That's so cute. Yeah, chomping leaves looked so delicious when they did it. Heck yeah, eating anything in a cartoon, well, almost anything, looks scrumptious. And there was that scene with the pretty trees, and all the dinosaurs came in and picked everything off of them till there was nothing. That's us right now. Awesome. He's kind of funny. Okay, I love that movie. I've never seen it. I didn't like that one. That movie's for kids. Ah! Eating leaves looks good. Should I worry about you? Do you think things taste better when they're shaped like stars? Oh, I love that movie. Or, I love that movie. Me too. The three of you continued like this for the next few minutes. Eventually, the display was barren. It looked weird when devoid of fruit. Hey, we weren't supposed to eat all of it. It did help make you feel better. Eating it all hadn't really made you feel better. Yeah, I'm gonna say it didn't make me feel better, because, that bowl cut goof insulted Cove's eyebrows, but, yeah, it didn't really make me feel too better. Even if it was good, you weren't over the earlier drama. Hey, Leah. Yeah? The two of you met eyes casually. Oh, that was pretty cool, what you said back at the guy. Oh, thanks. I was just saying what I thought. Derek chimed in while in high spirits. He totally owned him. I don't know what his parents say, but it's good at least somebody is around to tell him what's what. Yeah, if I had gone through the lunging at him thing, then we probably would have had this conversation in the scene right here, but it probably would have been disapproving, and like you didn't have to do that whole thing. So okay. Yeah. Derek then leaned back on his arms. He contemplated the sky with a content sigh. So, are you both ready for summer break? Yeah. No, I'm not sure. Are you? Or how's someone supposed to be ready for a break? No, I'm gonna say I'm not sure, cause, I don't know. I get it. It feels like there's a lot to plan for, doesn't it? And what about you, Cove? Are you ready? I think that depends. Before you could say anything else, the light atmosphere was shattered. Oh, great. Hey, Leah! There we go. You glanced over your shoulder to see your sister. She strode closer and closer, appearing none too pleased. Oh, great. More drama? I've been looking all over for you. Ma said you and Cove ran off with the thing Mr. Holden brought for us. She leered over you with arms folded. So? Oh no, we did eat it all, didn't we? So, where is it? Well, it's gone. What do you mean, gone? You moved over to the side to face her completely. She zeroed in on the bouquet in your hands, which was now populated exclusively with skewers dripping in juice and tiny flecks of leftover fruit pieces. Her mouth dropped open and the tone of her voice rose.
What?
Seriously, Leah? What were you thinking? It was supposed to be for all of us at home. Yeah. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Well, if Mr. Holden is so funny and nice, he can make a new one. I mean, She glanced over at Cove, who sat beside you, and continued mockingly. Even if you did have an in with the delivery boy, this was up to Mr. Holden. Why is it so mean to Cove? Gosh, Cove gave you a bent smile of support, which didn't help disprove her accusation. Sorry, Elizabeth. Get over it. Well, the morning's been kind of a disaster. We were hungry. It wasn't us. A seagull came down and ate it while we weren't looking. Yeah, a seagull did it. Elizabeth narrowed her eyes, not at all deceived by your response.
Uh.
Oh no. I think I hear the mean kid coming back. We better get out of here. Elizabeth blinked, confused, and looked around.
What?
What kid? I don't see anyone. Derek didn't bother explaining. He just launched his feet and ran off. Why are we running? He's a tiny little squirt with a bowl cut. I mean, yeah, okay. Cove hopped up too, gladly taking the opportunity to exit the situation. He followed after Derek, but he sent a look to you from over his shoulder. You turned to watch Elizabeth. She stared back, brow raised. Oh no. Oh no. Hey, okay, I don't think I'm gonna choose this route, because it's probably gonna end in disaster, but let's stay. You didn't make a break for it. Instead, you carefully got out from the sand, bouquet still in hand. Once you straightened up, Elizabeth smiled affectionately over at you.
Come on.
Come on, fugitive. What? We're going? You nodded, then gazed at the empty bouquet. How would you explain what happened? You know, you could tell them those boys ate it all. They bailed, so they don't get to tell the story. Moms would never need to find out. Are you serious? She bumped your shoulder, winking cheekily. What else is family for? No, I did not want to go home. I thought we were gonna fight the mean kid. No, I'm sorry, I'm going back. I'm running. Without a word, you got to your feet and bolted down the beach. Unimpressed, Elizabeth rolled her eyes.
So immature.
They're so immature. She shook her head as she walked towards the house, not bothering whatsoever to follow. Meanwhile, the three of you made it back to the shoreline. Derek pumped his fist, grinning in triumph. We escaped and shall live to see another day. Exactly, but we should keep moving. Yeah, for now at least. Victory. My moms are gonna be mad when Elizabeth tells the story. You know, they might be mad. I should probably be a little realistic. Oh well. You chuckled together, walking further down the beach side by side. You definitely wanted to stay outside a little while longer. You had gotten a bit of a scolding from your moms for not saving any of Mr. Holden's gift for Elizabeth, but you didn't get any real punishment for it. Hooray! We are safe. Instead, while you were out with the boys, Elizabeth returned home to share the news. The three of them went to get dessert on their own. It was declared even by your parents when everyone got back, and the event was settled. That was a while ago now. Later that night, you found yourself seated near the kitchen counter. Okay. Your fingers drummed on the surface as you waited, your gaze trained on the phone. You were waiting on a call all night, specifically from your cousin Leandra. Leandra. You didn't want to miss it accidentally. Your uncle, aunt, and Lee used to live many hours away. Your families only saw each other a few times a year for big occasions. Really relatable. A while back, though, they'd moved and were closer to you than before. You now hung out regularly. With school being out, you're positive she's gonna want to come over a lot. The two of you were the same age and got along well. She used to be really fond of Elizabeth, too. But now that your sister had become allergic to interacting with her own family, it tended to be just you and Lee who spent time together. She was your only friend who was a girl. Being family helped make you close, but you had a lot of girlfriends. Well, realistically, I have more girl friends than guy friends. You often gravitated towards other girls and befriended them pretty easily. You also had a lot of non-girlfriends. You didn't have many non-girlfriends. Details. I'll just say it's a mix of both, because I get along with most people. So, what kind of gender someone was didn't seem to make any difference in who you got along with. There we go, yeah. Then the shrill ringtone announced an incoming call. You jumped before grabbing the receiver and pressing it to your ear. Lee, finally! Who is it? Creative Residence, Leah speaking. Hello?
Hi.
Oh, it's her! Oh, she's so... Oh my gosh. Hi, Leah, it's Lee. I'm glad it's you. For a second there, I thought it might be one of Elizabeth's friends. There was static on the end, as if Lee was shifting wherever she was. So, can you believe school's actually over? I thought it'd never be done. Oh, she looks so cool! I love the character design of red hair and blue eyes. It's really cool. So, can you believe school's actually over? I thought it'd never be done. Now we don't have to do any of that boring stuff, and we get to hang out whenever we want. Speaking of hanging out, Lee, can you wait a second? Let me just head to my room.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, you got it from your seat at the counter. Luckily, the phone was wireless, so you didn't have to worry about any cords tying you down. Your mom's had a rule about not having the phone unless a call was in progress, which was why you'd been sat by its cradle waiting for Lee to call. Your mom's could be really unfair. You thought that made sense. You didn't like it, but it had to be that way. Um, I guess that makes sense. Sure, that makes sense. Yeah. It was nice to keep everything in its proper place. Oh yeah, heck yeah. Heck yeah. But now that Lee had called, it was okay for you to go upstairs to your bedroom and talk to her. You made your way up the stairs, smiling. After you had arrived, you shut the bedroom door firmly behind you. You took a seat on your bed. Alright, I'm here.
Cool.
Cool. Hey, did you know the girl down the street from me has her own phone now? A cell phone. She doesn't have to wait for someone else to stop using it or anything. Oh great, are we gonna get jealous or want a phone or something now? Wow, really? The thought of someone having a phone that was all their own seemed unbelievable to you. Okay. Right? I wish I had one too, but my parents said I couldn't get my own phone until I'm more grown up. Good parents, yes. I wish they'd changed their mind. We could call each other every single day, and no one would be able to stop us. How great would that be? Really great. But wouldn't I still be using a home phone? Too bad that's so far away. I'll just say that's really great. That'd be really great. We could even stay up late talking about whatever we want. Lee sighed thoughtfully into the receiver. At least they said I could have it someday. I can't wait. She sighed dramatically. I bet I'm not going to get one until I'm all the way in college. Squeezing the phone between your shoulder and ear, you puffed up your pillows and made yourself more comfy. It was strange to think of a time when normal school would be over, and you'd have to choose whether or not to go to college. School was such a big part of your life now. Oh, decisions. Studying didn't come easily to you, though you tried hard. You worked about as hard as most people, and got pretty average results as well. You never tried much, but you still didn't do bad. You didn't bother at all in school, and your grades reflected that. Everything in your classes came easily to you, or you worked hard for your excellent grades. I never tried much, but I didn't do that bad. Posting by had become routine for you. Teachers had warned you that you wouldn't be able to do that forever, but you figured it was enough for now. There we go, yeah, it's fine. You felt a lot of pressure to get higher grades than you did last year. You hoped to do well this year, but it wouldn't be a big deal if they dropped some. You were confident your grades would remain great. You had no plans on getting excellent scores this time around. It won't be a big deal, I guess. Grades weren't the most important thing, no matter how good or bad they ended up being. That's for sure. Yeah. I forgot what she said. You tried to sound engaged, but your mind had decided to go back to school despite the season. Lee knew you too well to be fooled.
What's up?
You sound so spacey. What's up? Just thinking about school. Lee groaned. Are you thinking about how we don't have time to think about it cause it's summer? That's what I'm doing. I'm looking forward to going back. Who would look forward to going back to school? I don't understand. Let's make a petition for more vacation time. It's so awful, I hate going. Come on, it's too scary not to think about. I mean, never been, but, yeah, I wouldn't like going. I get what you mean. Though I guess school isn't all the way bad. You can do some good things there. You can just do more when school's out. A heck of a lot more, yeah. Learning new things can be cool. Gym is pretty great, though. It's the easiest way to hang out with people not in the neighborhood. The cafeteria lunches at my school could be better than they had any right to be. There's nothing good about my school. Yeah, I feel like if I went to school, it would simply be for socialization. Yeah. If I didn't go to school, I'd never meet anybody new. No one really comes here. Yeah, accurate. Learning new things. Oh, I get to say, I guess I'll do gym too. Gym is pretty great. There was all sorts of sports stuff during gym. I keep feeling like I see rhymes, like a bunch of rhymes. Oh yeah, it can be fun sometimes. Okay, but that was all, yeah. And that's pretty much everything that's good about school. Okay, point taken. Now, I decree the topic of school is officially closed. We have to talk about this summer first before we start plotting the rest of our lives. I've got some plans already. Ooh, tell me. I'm gonna visit my cousins. You chuckled, of course. What's something you want to do? The first thing that comes to your head. Ooh, okay. I want to spend time with people. I've got some new art supplies. Reading. I'm gonna catch up on movies and TV. I'll probably spend time at the beach, or I don't want to do anything at all. It's a vacation. Art. I like doing art, so art supplies. I can't wait to try them out. I can't wait to see what you make. You leaned back in your bed, settling in, as you continued chatting with your friend, even though it hadn't been that long since you saw her, and you'd be seeing her soon. You found plenty to talk about. For one, the events of the day. You sat up straighter. I was with Cove and Derek today. We met a new kid. Like, at your neighborhood? Mm-hmm. His parents are visiting family, so it sounds like he'll be around for a little while. I don't know how long. What was he like? Creepy, mean, weird, kind of interesting. He was not interesting. He was a rude fart. Yeah, he's mean. He kept snapping when all we were trying to do was talk to him. He just kept being rude to everyone. But especially Cove. It was awful. I don't think I want to meet him. You want a boy to stay away before even meeting him? That's an unexpected twist. Whoa. Your cousin was pretty popular with the boys who knew her. She seemed happy enough to have them around until they started to annoy her. That seems realistic. Who are you to talk? Cove and Derek are always around. They're both boys, you know. That's true. That is not the same. They are not always around. I'm not the one who invites them. They show up on their own. You weren't able to say anything to that. They show up on their own, dude. I don't know what to say. Lee laughed at your response, deeply amused. Even though she couldn't see, you shook your head at her, grinning to yourself. Oh, great. There was a stomping noise approaching your room, heralding the arrival of your irritated older sister. She flung the door open, a frown etched on her face. Let me guess. You want the phone.
Come on.
Uh-huh. How long are you going to hog the phone? Glancing at your watch, you realized that your quick call had gone on much longer than anticipated. Elizabeth held out her hand, the other one lodged on her hip. Hey, at least if it's been a long time, at least she's asking for it once it's been a fair amount of time, not 3 minutes into the call. She noticed the realization on your face. On your face. Time's up. Gotta go. I'll see you soon, okay? With a sigh, you said your goodbyes to Lee. Sorry for being long. I'm still using it. No, get out of my room. Gotta go. I'll see you soon, okay?
Bye.
Okay, see you. Tell Elizabeth and your moms I said hi to. You'd barely pressed the end call button when Elizabeth whisked the handset from your fingers and began dialing someone new as she strode out of the room. Your mom's voice called from downstairs. Hey, has anyone seen the phone? Jeez, yeah, one phone. Probably a hassle. I'm using it. With that, she shut your door behind you. Silence was left in the wake. That was one way to end your first day of summer break. Sometime later, it had gotten dark outside, and you laid in bed wide awake. Your window rattled all of a sudden, startling you badly. You flinched, staring over at it with furrowed brows. Cove? From your vantage point, you saw only the moon and open sky. Oh man, never mind. You were scared, confused, annoyed, or curious. Confused? What had caused that noise? Frowning, you sat up and moved closer to the window. You might as well find the reason behind the disturbance. To your utter shock, your gaze was met by a pair of unfamiliar, by the wait, I knew it! To your utter shock, your gaze was met by a pair of familiar ocean blue eyes. Cove? You squinted. Yep, Cove was right outside your window. Aww. Your house was very angular, and some parts stuck out further than others, so it theoretically wouldn't be hard to climb around on. Just because somebody could didn't mean you expected it to ever happen. To his credit, Cove was doing fine. His feet were braced against a section of the wall that jutted out, his arms flexing with the effort to keep him upright. He's climbing the wall to our window! He easily lifted a hand and waved at you from the other side of the glass. You hurriedly opened the window. Oh my gosh. Oh my god! Climbed our wall to get to our window! Okay. Cove climbed over the ledge, releasing a breath once he was safely inside.
Hey.
Hi, Leah. Oh my god, it's pajama whammies. He's at the pajama whammies. What are you doing? What's up, Romeo? Oh my gosh, I want to say that. This sure is a surprise, but you're always welcome here. Is everything okay? What happened? You're lucky I didn't start screaming. Amazing. My dreams have come true. Okay, choices. So he doesn't look like, something's wrong. He looks like a guy climbing through your window. So... What's up, Romeo? What's up, Romeo? I needed to talk to you and couldn't wait until tomorrow. Aww. If I rang the doorbell, I know your moms would have answered and they'd just make me go home. I didn't really want to explain why I was coming over anyway. I don't want to talk about it. Aww, okay, now I'm worried. Well, beside with you, I mean. But that's why I did that. Oh my gosh. And as unexpected as this was, you were touched. Cove felt like he could tell you what was wrong. Aw, yeah. I might have tried calling or something, except my dad was on the phone. Cove suddenly looked very cross. Oh no. Dad, he was talking to my mom. Still is, probably. Oh no, he doesn't like his mom anymore? You raised your eyebrows. Cove had eavesdropped on his parents' phone conversation? He shouldn't have done that. Eavesdropping is bad. I mean, I eavesdrop. I don't know. I would have done that too. You didn't comment on him eavesdropping. Yeah, I would have done it too, probably. Cove looked relieved, a small smile playing on his lips. Yeah, it's hard not to spy at least a little. It was about me. Oh no. Are you going to stay with your mom for a while again? Every year, Cove was sent off to live with his mom, for a few weeks. When it happened varied. Sometimes he would go during winter break, but usually he went during summer. Even though it was hard news when you found out he was leaving and you missed seeing him those weeks, you understood. To your surprise, however, he shook his head. That's what I thought too. Oh gosh, the stupid bag! That's what I thought too. But no, that's not what they were saying. My dad asked my mom not to have me leave this year. He said she could come stay with us here. Ooh, drama. But, hey, at least you're staying, I guess. You waited for him to continue. He didn't. The conversation abruptly dropped off. You couldn't help but stare at Cove. There was a complicated mix of expressions on his face. What did your mom say? She told him she'd come. I know she's coming soon, before school starts. Ooh, wow. Oh. You had heard Cove talk about his mom a lot over the years. He'd tell you about past memories or what happened while he was visiting her. Still, it was one thing to hear about someone and another to actually meet them. Very soon, you were going to see Cove's mom in person. I wonder if that's where he gets his green hair, because it's clearly not from his dad. You were taken aback by the news, so you could only imagine how Cove felt. You looked over at him. He was pacing across your room, his features pained with dread. Aww. Before, they'd barely stay in the same room long enough to have lunch. Now we're gonna be all together again. The three of us after all this time. Just for a few weeks. I know I should probably be happy they can talk to each other now. I'm still not. I'm just confused and freaked out, and now I feel really bad for feeling this way. Aww. Leah, it's so... Oh no, he's crying again. His fists tightened and his eyes became misty. I shouldn't keep getting like this. It's been a long time already and I'm not a little kid. Though he wouldn't meet your eyes, you knew he was waiting for you to say something. Oh, there's nothing wrong with feeling bad. That is hard to deal with. We can deal with this. I'm sorry, Cove. You know I'm here for you. Yeah, that's a lot. You didn't know what to say. No, I gotta say something. There's nothing wrong with feeling bad. That is hard to deal with. Cove sniffled. Oh, Cove sniffled. You were afraid he might really start crying, but he didn't. Instead, he smiled. See, now I feel kind of better. Visiting like this wasn't a bad idea. A momentary silence fell over the two of you. You marveled at how the day started. You had woken up eager for summer vacation, but now things seemed so crazy. The mini debacle with Mr. Holden's gift, the newest addition to the neighborhood, was being so rude, and if that all wasn't enough, now Cove's mom would be living with Cove and his dad again. Your whole life was kind of like that, it seemed. Complicated and hard and different. Why couldn't things just get better with time? Amen. Leah? At the sound of your name, said quietly, pulled you from your thoughts. Cove gazed at you, concerned.
Are you okay?
Oh, are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. You meant it. Yeah, I'm okay. You didn't mean it. I'm not gonna lie, nuh-uh. No, I'm not. Or, I don't know. Who, me? I'm more worried about you. Wow, things are kind of bad for everyone, huh? I mean, in reality, I don't know how stressy. I mean, realistically, yeah. I'm more worried about you, honestly. You don't have to forget yourself. You don't have to forget about yourself for me. I want to listen to you too. Oh my god! Cove grinned reassuringly. It was small and delicate, but you knew it was genuine. He had come here, conflicted and upset, only to end up worrying about you. He really was a great friend. You know, I think I don't want to talk any more about this. Aw. Oh no, did I say the I hope I didn't say the wrong thing. He looked away, his lips thinning into a line, and rubbed at his arms. But I kinda don't want to go back home either. Could I stay a little longer, just doing something else? Of course you can! He appeared equal parts hopeful and vulnerable. How could you possibly turn him away? You can stay tonight, but we shouldn't make a habit of this. No. That's a great habit. I've got a flashlight and some cards. Are you in? Of course, you can always stay here, Cove. Yeah, you can always stay here. Although I hope we can still play cards, even though I didn't choose that. You held his gaze confidently, hoping your words got across to him. Oh, the smile, okay, yay. Cove perked up at your response, a smile appearing on his face. He immediately took a seat on your bed, not afraid to get comfortable in your room. You felt a little better at the sight, somehow. You still had a lot of worries, but you were glad he was here. And not just tonight. You were glad he came into your life in the first place. Oh, that was a change you'd never wanted to undo. It felt totally natural to let him into your little world. That initial friendship had deepened so much over these past years, and you were certain there was room to get even closer. Oh! Okay, you joined Cove on your bed, taking a seat across from him. He smiled at you again, but you could tell this time it was half-hearted. He was still easy to read. Though he didn't want to talk about his mom and dad, he must be thinking about what happened and what's about to happen. You smiled gently at him. You put a hand on his shoulder. You patted his back. You hugged him. You took his hand in yours, or you nudged him with your foot. Oh, I'm nudging him with my foot. I'm sorry. All these are cute, but I'm nudging him with my foot. That is adorable. You reached over and nudged him with the arch of your foot. You had no idea how to make him feel better, but you were trying. Cove blinked confused before he swatted your foot away, but wait, hold on. How did I nudge his foot with my foot, or did I what did I do? You reached over and nudged him with the arch of your foot. You had no idea how to make him feel better, but you were trying. Okay, wait. I thought I was gonna nudge his foot with my foot. Okay. I'm gonna hold his hand. Yeah. You reached out and gently held his hand. It wasn't much, but you hoped the contact helped even a little. Cove blinked, startled, before his expression softened into something more natural. It's so adorable! Conversation was stilted and broken often. Wait, what? Conversation was stilted and broken, often by silence at first. Then both of you were able to get into your usual condor. I don't know. As your secret hangout session stretched on, you thought that you truly wanted to keep having moments like this with him. You hoped a day would never come when life decided that the two of you would have to part ways, and you knew Cove felt the same. So I hope so. You opened your tired eyes, groaning as they adjusted to the bright light that was streaming through your window and warming your peachy skin. With a loud yawn, you rolled away from the sunlight and blinked a couple of times, clearing the sleep from your eyes before realizing with a start that it was actually morning. You couldn't remember even falling asleep. Oh no! I cannot believe he climbed through the window. That's fantastic. I love that very much. Leah is very happy. Cove had crept through your window during the night, and the two of you spent time together, trying not to wake your parents. You must have fallen asleep while you were hanging out, but couldn't put a finger on exactly when. You wondered how long Cove had stayed before heading home. You rubbed your face and yawned again, contemplating whether you should get out of bed and get ready for the day, or stay snuggled up for a little while longer. Let me guess the choice. Wait, what? Wait, he never left. He was still there in the morning. Wait, what? Wait, where? You laughed out loud. Wait, I feel like I missed something. Yeah, I missed something. Okay, you rubbed your face and yawned again, contemplating whether you should get out of bed and get ready for the day, or stay snuggled up for a little while longer. Yes, I missed something. Okay, until your gaze landed on an instantly recognizable mop of pale green hair, and you bolted upright and gasped in surprise. Where is he, though? I'm nervous to know where he is. Cove! You laughed out loud. You jumped out of your bed. You froze. I'm gonna laugh. That's hilariously cute. He had fallen asleep while sitting on the ground and precariously head on the side of your mattress. That is the cutest. Oh my gosh, I love this game. This is so cute. Holy moly. With your laugh, Cove's eyes snapped open and his head slipped from its. Wait, I don't want to wake him up. Wait. Oh my god. With your laugh, Cove's eyes snapped open and his head slipped from its source of support. He didn't stop going down until he smacked right into the floor with a crack. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my god. You clamped a hand over your mouth and looked down at him with wide eyes, curled up where he had landed rather ungracefully. Oh my gosh. Ow, I was right. Oh no. Wait, I want to see another one. Hold on. I froze. Your muscles refused to move an inch, and your eyes widened as you stared at Cove's sleeping form in absolute shock. If your moms found out he had slept here the entire night, you would both be in big trouble. Realizing quickly that you needed to get Cove out of here before your moms or Elizabeth walked in and found him, you willed your body to get a move on and swung your legs over the side of the bed. Okay, yeah, because, oh my gosh, I do not want him to get hurt. Jeez. Oh boy, wait. So, I don't think I'm gonna do that one. I don't think I'm gonna do that one either. Definitely not that one. That's kind of mean. Gosh, dang it. Decisions. I'm too indecisive for visual novels, dude. Yeah, I'll just poke him in the face. His cheek felt soft when you prodded it with your finger. You instinctively pulled your hand back when his eyes flew open and he woke with a start. Oh no, don't fall anyway! You scrambled out of the way as he abruptly jumped to his feet before almost losing his balance and falling back down. There we go. Okay, no pain. He recovered just as quickly and faced you indignantly. Oh, what was that for? Shh. What? The situation dawned on him too before he even finished the word. Cove blinked at you a couple of times, his eyes growing in panic as some thought that only he could hear settled in his mind. What's his dad gonna do? If his dad is awake when he goes home, he's gonna have questions.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I fell asleep. You weren't exactly sure what to do as you watched Cove pace your room, looking around frantically. Cove stopped mid-step, and you wanted to ask what he had been searching for, but you guessed he wouldn't. But you guessed he wouldn't know the answer to that himself. Despite that, he hadn't calmed down completely. The atmosphere was still frazzled. He stayed here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be alright. We're gonna be in so much trouble. Just calm down. Or settle down before moms hear you. You didn't say anything. This is probably the realistic thing to say. I mean, oh no. I still don't know what these colors mean. I might have to read the tutorial again to figure out, because we got yellow, blue, green, and I think that's it. And I forget what they mean, but I'm nervous to find out. And, oh no. Settle down, you're both good friends, you know, parents wouldn't get too mad. I guess, I hope. Cove nodded, his shoulders tensed as he fixed you with a firm stare with his turquoise eyes. Letting out a heavy sigh, he ran a hand through his hair in exasperation. He couldn't look at you again as he spoke. I'll see you later. You were confused by how all of this had played out, but hoped that was true. Right, bye, Cove. At that, you were suddenly wrapped up in a You were suddenly wrapped up in a tense embrace. As panicked as he was, this seemed to be something he couldn't forget before leaving. Oh my gosh! Thanks. Again. You're a good friend, Leah. Uh-huh. I'm trying. He firmly whispered the words into the top of your shoulder. Oh my gosh! But you were let go before you had the chance to respond, or even fully react. In a matter of seconds, he climbed over your bed and opened the window. A cool breeze rolled off the ocean, fluttering through Cove's hair and filling your room with its salty scent. Cove fearlessly stepped out onto the ledge. Okay, vampire, jeez. You wished him luck. You rallied him to keep going. You suggested he sneak out of the door instead. You urged him to hurry up. And good luck. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. Be super careful. Seriously, don't get another cast, dude. We seem to have a theme in this game with climbing through windows. You weren't sure if he heard you or not, but he kept going along, one foot in front of the other with increasing speed. This music is stressy, jeez. Until his form disappeared out of sight. Well, I mean, I don't know if... I hope my recording is catching the audio. But if something actually stressy happens, then the music is gonna be insane. You stuck your head out the window as far as it could go to try keeping watch. He walked the full length of the ledge before jumping down onto the top of the garage. Oh my gosh, he climbed! He full on climbed. I thought it was like hanging over I thought my window was like hanging over some bushes or something, not... He full on spider monkey climbed up the wall and the garage and everything. I am flabbergasted. Bewildered. He walked the full length of the ledge before jumping down to the top of the garage, then lowering himself onto the fence. From there, he finally jumped down to the ground. Wow. He really wanted to get to our room. He threw out thumbs up at his successful climb. That's really cool, actually. He ran off towards his house without stopping, disappearing behind the side of another building. Oh man, this is really cool. This is really cool. You had to admit that you were pretty impressed at how doable he made that look. Yeah, seriously. Like, okay, superhero climbing buildings. Was that a cat pillow? No, it's not. I thought it was a cat when I was reading that. Okay. With a little sigh, you reclosed your window. Deciding there was nothing more that you could do, you hopped off your bed and got ready to head downstairs for the day. Well, that was an event. Ooh, okay. You put on your slippers, you checked yourself in the mirror, you made your bed, you just left. Slippers, I'm not going out barefoot. You knew it was summer, but your slippers were comfy and cozy, and made you feel better whenever you wore them. You took the stairs, slowly attempting to mask your face into a look of innocence. You were sure that someone would have come into your room if they had heard anything strange, but you couldn't be too careful. You had to play it cool. Finally, read that right. Jeez. When you stepped into the living room, Elizabeth Elizabeth was there, tapping her finger on the counter. Good morning, Elizabeth, I say nonchalantly. She looked you over immediately, her eyes squinting at the greeting.
Why?
Why are you being so weird? You hadn't even done anything. Your big sister never missed a beat, unfortunately. You turned and offered a tight smile, and her lips pursed together even tighter. Leah. You shrugged it off. Ooh. Wow. I love that there's so many different options. You shrugged it off, clammed up. When you like to know. Sorry. You excitedly blurted it out, or you folded. So, so if I folded, I'd tell her. If I blurted out, I'd tell her. I don't know if I clammed up, I'd tell her. I'll shrug it off. I'm not. You spoke so nonchalantly, you almost thought she believed you. But you knew better. Further suspicious squinting occurred as she waited for something. But ultimately, she rolled her eyes, and you weren't sure if you were in trouble or not. She didn't seem to care enough to dig any further. Whatever. And then she walked straight out of the front door, letting it slam shut behind her, and you let out a brief sigh. So I'm guessing that, you know, if I chose all the routes of being honest and going with her, staying with her to go home, telling her everything that happened, and, you know, so on, it would build a good relationship with her, but probably less with Cove. So another time I might try going full on sister mode, but for now, I'm sorry. Cove, the little cutie patootie, adorable, wavy eyebrows dude, is the route I'm choosing. Elizabeth went out most days to hang out with her friends from school around town. Today you were extra glad for it, though you were also grateful she hadn't left the house any sooner and risked running into Cove. It looked like you were getting away with that. Unless the mom figures it out. Breakfast was eaten in peace and alone. Your moms were both out by the time you had gotten up. Ooh. They had left you a serving of food from the breakfast they made. Hash browns, an omelet, fruit salad, and there were a few sausage links. Yum. You took a little bit of everything. You passed on some parts because they weren't things you liked. You passed on some parts because you were trying to avoid meat. You passed on some parts because you were trying to avoid animal products. Oh, meat, yeah. I like omelets and stuff like that. But I'm a pescatarian, so I eat fish, but no sausage links. Your parents still made most of the food choices in the house, but they've worked on accommodating you since you've started talking about becoming vegetarian. Pescatarian. Pescatarian, excuse you. You hadn't decided what that something was just yet, but you were sure something would pop up to occupy your time. As you were heading out the front door, you paused for a moment. You hadn't seen Cove since he had left in the morning, and you couldn't help but think about what had just happened to him. Would it be bad to go to his house right now, or to check up on him? You stepped out of your house, still stuck in an internal debate with yourself when a voice caught your attention.
Hi.
Hi, Leah. Cove's mom? Lee? I don't know. Confused, you looked over to where an unrecognizable woman was waving at you, a friendly smile plastered on her face. You racked your memory for where you might have seen her before, but nothing came to mind. Yeah, it's probably Cove's mom. Not your school, or from the country club your moms took you to. You had absolutely no idea who the woman was. The woman crossed the road towards you, and you were a little unsure whether you should stay put or go back into the house and lock the door. Oh, that's Cove's mom, isn't it? Isn't it? Oh, I see the eyes. The hair's a little more green than Cove. Oh no, that's Cove's mom. Uh-huh. Heck yeah, the little bluish green tips. Oops, I'm sorry. Was that presumptuous? I've heard about you, but you have no idea who I am, do you? Oh, yeah, it's Cove's mom. Oh, she looks so cool. She looks spunky. Spunky, I don't know if that's the right word. Hippie. I don't know. You shook your head and she removed her sunglasses to reveal sparkly ocean blue eyes. All of a sudden, she seemed a little more familiar. My son lives here, and my ex too. Ooh. Or you could say, I mean, a better way you could have phrased that would be, my son lives here, and his father too. I hope she's nice. I can't tell if she's gonna be evil or not. I really can't. With a bent smile, she lifted a hand to point at the condo across the street from your own house. She was Cove's mom. You didn't know why you hadn't realized sooner now that you'd gotten a good look at her. She seemed nice. She seemed sort of strange. She looked really young. It made sense that she was Cove's mom. She felt so different to Cove, or she was super pretty. I can't tell. I can't tell. I'll just say she's pretty. Because she's pretty. The beautiful lady was Cove's mother? Wow. I see. Wait. This beautiful lady was Cove's mother? Wow. I see where he gets his genes. No matter your thoughts on her, you still felt taken aback that she had appeared here so suddenly. Cove mentioned she was coming, but you hadn't gotten the impression it would be the very next day. She extended a hand again, this time for you to take, and you studied the manicured fingers in front of your face and the assortment of bracelets that dangled from her wrist. I'm Kyra Priest. Or Kira. Kira? I'll go with Kira. I'm Kira Priest. You can call me Kira. You shook her hand. You didn't shake her hand. I'll shake her hand. Just don't be some psychopath, please. You reached out and took her hand, and she shook yours firmly, grinning wide. I'm Leah, but you already know that.
That I do.
That I do. Cove's mentioned you to me before. It's nice to officially meet you, Leah. Cove talked to you about his mom. He hadn't mentioned how he said things about you to her. Aww. What has Cove said about me? What are you doing here? Nice to meet you too. You kept quiet. Ooh. I'm curious. What has he said, huh? Oh, I can't tell you that. I've already said too much. Oh, okay, that's all I needed to hear. You can't tell me? Can't tell me? That's all I need to hear. I'm sorry. She laughed good-naturedly. You couldn't be happy about that answer, though. Oh, there he is! The sound of a door opening and closing caught both of your attentions, and when you turned towards the sound, it was to find Cove exiting his house, his eyes skimming the ground. Considering just how tall he had grown, you kind of figured his mom also would have been tall, but she was much more on the short side, for an adult anyway. Cove's height must have come from his father. There you are. I thought you were gonna keep me standing out here all day. You tried to catch Cove's eye as he walked towards you, but his gaze was firmly fixed on the sidewalk. Aww. It doesn't look like he likes his mom. So I can't tell if she's a complete fake nice person and she's awful, or if he just doesn't like her because of the divorce drama. I can't tell, but we'll see, I guess. When he finally crossed the road and looked up, he gave you a pitiful look. After the way he had acted last night, you knew he must be feeling pretty mixed up about this. No. You tried to wordlessly express that you understood. Cove and I are heading into town to grab something to eat while the snore is at work. The snore? Are you talking about his dad? Okay. Kira beamed at you. Kira beamed at Cove and ruffled his hair, which only seemed to upset him more. You assumed the snore she was talking about was Mr. Holden. Yeah, she doesn't seem to be very respectful to, Cove's dad. But I mean, they have their drama, I don't know who's in the wrong, but, we'll see, I guess. Hey, you should come with us, Leah. I'd love to get to know you better. Yeah, you should come. Oh, he wants me to come! I will definitely come. Keep him company against, whatever's going on. Their eyes are almost exactly the same. That's so cool. There was a pleading in his tone that you couldn't miss. Miss? There was a pleading in his tone that you couldn't miss. Of course, we'll run it by your parents first. Responsibility and all that. What? I have no idea what that voice line said. It'll give me an excuse to meet them, which I need to do at some point. It's important to be neighborly if I'm going to be roosting on the street for the time being. Anywhoosies, oh, that's what she said. Okay, anywhoosies, let's go. Any woozies. Any woozies. That's kind of adorable. Any woozies. I don't think I'm ever gonna say that in a sentence. Kira walked ahead towards your house, and you hung back with Cove, who crinkled his nose as he watched her. Definitely does not like her. I'm sorry about her, but I really do want you to come. I don't want it to be just the two of us. Not right now. Aw. You leaned in closer and whispered, while checking around for anyone who might hear. What happened? Did your dad know you were gone? Cove shook his head and sighed heavily. Dad was so focused on Mom showing up that he didn't even notice. Aww. Oh man, poor Cove. I'm seeing a dynamic here and I don't like it. I thought when I heard them on the phone last night that it was something they were planning for the future. This morning Dad said it was supposed to be a surprise, and I guess I was surprised. She's gonna be here all summer. Oh wow. Oh, you were surprised to hear that too. Cove sighed again, even heavier. He smiled, his shoulders relaxing a little in relief. Thanks, that'd be cool. Okay, yeah, I can't tell. She looks kind of like she has that underlying evil, nice looking evil person that you see in all the movies. Like, I can't tell. The two of you headed over to where Cove's mom had just knocked on your front door and stood behind her. Mom answered the door after a minute, her eyebrows lifting in surprise at the group she found standing in front of her. You realized that, like you, she would have no idea that it was Cove's mom who was hanging with you. However, after blinking at the woman a couple of times and looking between her and Cove, the realization seemed to strike her. Hello there, I'm Pamela. I see you've met my kid, Leah, and I'm guessing you've already known Cove for a while. Kira laughed, and you and Cove exchanged looks at your parents' weird sense of humor. I'm Kira Priest, Cove's mom. It's so nice to meet you. A head of purple-brown hair caught your eye as Ma popped up behind Mom, squeezing herself in beside her. We have company. I was wondering what all the commotion was. She grinned excitedly at Kira. The two of them introduced themselves and shook hands. Hi, Leah, Cove. Cove smiled at Ma shyly, and she gestured a hand towards the living room. There's no use in hanging around in the doorway. Why don't you come in? I'd love to, but I promised to take my son out to eat, and I wouldn't want to hold you up with a surprise visit. Cove grimaced. He likely took offense at how she didn't want to put them out with a surprise visit, but not him apparently. Aw, yeah. Aw, I understand. You're welcome to stop by any time.
Of course.
I'll take you up on the offer when I can. Count on it. Would you mind too much if Leah went with Cove and I? My treat. We won't be driving, just a quick walk down the road. Sure, that sounds nice.
Have fun.
I hope you all have fun. You gave your moms a look, and they smiled at you fondly. You were happy they were letting you go. You were annoyed they agreed just like that. Realistically, I mean, if it's Cove's mom, then, it's been, yeah, I'm happy. You could tell that Cove really needed the support, and you were ready to be there for him.
Marvelous.
Ooh, rich person talk. Marvelous. Expect us back in an hour or two. We look forward to seeing you again. Take care. Your parents waved goodbye to the three of you as you backed up onto the street. There was a sound of the front door closing behind you. I'm pretty positive I saw some restaurants when I was in the taxi, not too far from here. Yeah, it's a tourist town, isn't it? There's a lot of them around. It was kind of strange to see Cove give someone this much attitude. If she wasn't in the mood to be nice, he generally just kept it to himself. Ooh, he does not like her. Ooh, I'm scared. Kira put her hands on her hips and smiled at her son. Well, you sound like the area expert. Do you have any recommendations for a place nearby? Not really. Kira pouted at him a little and turned to you instead. Oof, yeah, I see a dynamic. I see it. I smell it. Yeah. How about you, Leah? Want to point me in the right direction? Ooh, wow, we can really give her a hard time. You shrugged. Not really. Or sure, I have a couple of favorites. You nodded. Yeah, I've got favorites. You'd been to a lot of places in town, and there were a couple that stood out from all the rest. There's a Chinese restaurant that me and my family go to all the time. It's my mom's favorite. There's also a tropical themed place that tries to be sort of fancy. Both sound like a treat. I'll leave it to you to pick for us, since Cove is going through a phase over there. Eee. Oh, okay. He huffed at her and turned his face away. Chinese restaurant, the tropical themed place. You insisted that Cove contribute to the decision, or you insisted that Kier decide. Tropical? I mean, in real life, I'd probably make someone else decide. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Kira decide. I've already tried both. You should be the one who chooses. You're so polite. Alright, let's hit up the fancy tropical place. I'm intrigued. Oh, and we had the same decision anyway. Will you show us the way? You nodded, taking the lead of your little group as Cove and his mom followed behind you. Together, the three of you left the neighborhood behind. Ooh, I've never seen this place before. The walk was about 15 minutes, and along the way, Kira asked a lot of questions about the area. Cove was quiet most of the time, so you ended up answering her instead. Kira explained that she lived in a large city, and she loved how peaceful and relaxing everything seemed in Sunset Bird. The restaurant was busy as usual, but luckily you were shown right to a small table. I wonder if I chose the Chinese restaurant, it might lead to a different story. I don't know though. Kira lowered herself into the chair, while Cove picked the one diagonal to her, not facing her or to her side. It was awkward. Ugh. Let's see. To start, what would y'all like to drink? I'll get an orange soda. Ooh, orange soda, yum. Noted. Leah? Just water, soda, milk, juice, coffee. Oh! You know, I love my cup of chocolate milk at any restaurant ever, like Waffle House or something. But, at a tropical, I mean... milk. Yep, milk, I'm sorry. Which type? Oh, yeah, it's chocolate! There's others. Plain, chocolate, strawberry, or soy. I have no idea what soy milk tastes like. Chocolate? Sure. Kira placed the order for your drinks, getting a black hot coffee for herself, and it didn't take long before they were brought to the table and set in front of you. You took a long sip of your drink as you looked around the restaurant. Your small group checked over the menus, deciding what to order. The last time you came here, the dish you ordered was amazing. You wanted to order something different this time. Kira and Cove didn't need any encouragement for this. They were totally focused on the information in front of them. Soon the meals too were ordered and the menus were taken away. You glanced at the table surface, waiting to figure out what to say. Cove awkwardly sunk back further into his seat and crossed his arms, all while blatantly avoiding eye contact. The sidewall must be real interesting to him right now. Oh, poor Cove. Gosh. His sour feelings today were unignorable. Instead of asking more open questions, he'd brush off. Kira had mercy on her son and instead put her focus towards you. So, Leah, what's a few things you're into? There's gotta be something you do for fun. Especially now that you're not buried in school assignments. Ooh, that's a lot. Whoa. See? I'm really into Cove. Oh my gosh. Holy, ooh, wow. Wow. I like to read. I like to watch. Games are fun. I like to play. I can choose. I like to read something. I like to watch something. Games are fun. I like to play something. Oh no, there's so many. It's rude. I hope I can pick multiple, like when I was talking to Lee. Okay. 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 Oh boy. Kira let out a sudden laugh and Cove gasped beside you. It was a dramatic enough inhale that he almost choked on the soda. You shrugged at the reaction. It was a truthful answer to the question. Leah. Cove whispered at you. Oh, that's him. Leah. Cove whispered at you disapprovingly, obscuring part of his face with a hand. But Kira only waved him off and encouraged you to go on. We spend time together when we can. I like it. Well, we have something in common. Okay, I just wanted to see what would happen with that. Kira smiled at Cove, who didn't look too impressed by either of you at that moment. Oh yeah, I can pick multiple. Okay, I might pick that one last. I mean, I kind of doubt it'll make a difference, but Okay, I like to read. There's no romance? Wait. There's no romance books. Wait, what? Hold on, wait.
So?
Okay, so I get to, I wonder if I can say all this. I like to read, well, I mean, I read webcomics, so I like to read comic books. Oh, just like Coop's daddy back in the day. Oh, that's cool. Um, I guess that's it. Fiction novels too, but you know, fiction novels. Me too. Nothing beats curling up with a good book. So I'm guessing this is gonna lead to nowhere. Ooh, this changes something. Ooh, okay. Okay, so I don't know what I'm gonna get out of this, but I'll just speedrun all these. Board games, video games, card games, all of them. I don't know much about them. Maybe some sometime. I play these other two, with friend groups, but predominantly, or whatever games. Mostly I play video games. As you can see, I like to watch, people. I'll just skip this one, I think. I write things, I do write things. I feel a writer. Writing's a great form of expression, don't you think? Hero's side was really her, it's going soft. Oh, okay, I don't say too much. I feel like, the music. Oh, wait, I have my own instrument, that's awesome. Well, I don't play music at the moment. But art, drawing, painting, sculpting. Digitally and drawing. I create digitally. My computer home doesn't really have all the programs I need. And the drawing. I filled out all my schedules. There we go, yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna say I'm really into Cove last, and then that'll be it. Because I don't want to yap, on too much. And I'm really into Cove. Alright, Kira let out a sudden laugh, and Cove gasped beside you. It was a dramatic enough inhale that he almost choked on the soda. You shrugged at the reaction. It was a truthful answer to the question. Leah, Cove whispered at you, disapprovingly, obscuring part of his face with a hand, but Kira only waved him off and encouraged you to go on. We spend time together when we can. I like it. Well, we have something in common. I don't know if I trust her or not, dude. I can't tell. Kira smiled at Cove, who didn't look too impressed by either of you at the moment. Okay. Oh, fashion, meh. I mean, I love to dress up, but okay, I think that's it.
Thanks.
Thanks. I'm happy to learn more about you. There's so much I hadn't heard. Cove leaves the details out. He cringed, looking very much like he would rather be anywhere but here. Hoping it would clear some of the tension in the air, you decided to ask Kira a few questions of your own. Aha. Cove hadn't told you much about her, and you were curious to know more about this woman who was such a big part of his life. What exactly do you do for work? I'm a travel writer for magazines and things. I keep people in the loop on what's worth seeing. It's good work. Wow. What do you like to do? Where do you live normally? She said you lived in a city, so, I don't need to ask that. Are you in a relationship now? I'm not asking that! Please. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm not gonna ask any of these. I'll just ask what you like to do. Spend time with my little boy, of course. Of course. And traveling. A real shock, huh? Yeah, I'm not gonna ask another question. No thank you. It didn't seem to bother her that the conversation dropped off. Aw, jeez. Cove sipped his soda angrily, slurping up the remaining drink with furrowed eyebrows. He looked ready to run straight out of the restaurant. Oh man. You weren't sure if coming along had ended up making the lunch better or worse. Oh no, I'm so scared! You made a silly face at him. You smiled at him. You gave him a sympathetic look. You flicked his straw wrapper at him. Okay, so realistically, I would totally throw a straw wrapper at someone. So I'll do that. Why not? The wrapper hit Cove on the nose. You had to bite down on your lip to keep from laughing. It was subtle, but you swore you could see the hint of a smile tilting the corner of his lips. Yes! My playful teasing is successful.
Very cute.
You two seem really cute together. Okay. I mean, okay, I haven't said much to not make her think that, so... Anyway, Cove covered his face with his hands and leaned back in his seat.
Seriously?
Ugh, Mom, why would you say that? You felt bothered too. You blushed. Thanks, we are cute. Gosh, you just laughed. I'd probably blush. I mean, I don't think I'd say we are cute. We are I mean, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. The way she said that had embarrassed you. You You weren't prepared to have Cove's mother. You weren't prepared to have Cove's own mother describe the normal interactions the two of you had as cute. Your meals were delivered shortly after that, and everything was so delicious. Even Cove enjoyed his food.
Okay.
Alright, now that we're all full and content, can you explain please why you've had a bug up your butt all day? Don't. Ooh, I mean. Eee. Cove's face instantly returned to its scrunched form. Seriously, what did Mom do to make you this mad? I haven't even been around a full day yet. I can't tell if it's appropriate or not to ask this question in front of a friend. Like, it's definitely embarrassing, but I mean, I don't know. He gripped the edge of the table, refusing to make eye contact. The words he spoke were barely audible over the din of the restaurant. You could have told me. Cold. I don't know. She leaned forward to not miss anything else, eyebrows raised. Told you what? He finally seemed to find his voice and spoke the thoughts that had been on his mind. That I wasn't gonna visit you this year, that you were gonna be coming instead. Didn't you invite me? You wanted me here with you. Cove's eyes began to shake. What? Cove's eyes began to shake, and his frustration ebbed. I do want you to be around, but I didn't know it'd be like this. It's not the same, and nobody said anything. I see. Ooh. I'm scared! Her expression grew tense. She threaded her fingers together and placed her hands in front of her on the table. We've both been gifted another Clifford surprise. Referring to that as a Clifford surprise almost caused. Wait, what? We've both been gifted another Clifford surprise. Referring to that as a Clifford surprise almost caused both you and Cove to crack a smile. You also had no idea that his name wasn't just Cliff, over 5 years of nobody calling him Clifford until now. Huh? Is Cliff or Clifford his dad? Okay, I'm kind of confused. She smoothed her hair out, not letting go of her stern look. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Wait, what? She said the more things change, and he said the more they stay the same. They let out identical sighs, but smiled weakly at one another afterwards. Okay, so I hope that it's not too bad of a relationship they have, because, I mean, it's been pretty intense.
I'm sorry.
I can go home, Cove. We can still. I can go home, Cove. We can still set up a normal trip to my place before the summer ends. Cove's lips tightly closed together. He seriously pondered the option. I think I do want you to stay. I miss it when you're not there. My heart. Aw, okay, they made it up, finally. It was kind of awkward. I was just sitting here. She reached across the gap, grabbed his face, and planted a kiss on his cheek. Cove tried to wiggle away. Aw, okay, yay. I'm glad she's not horrible. I mean, I don't want to jinx it. I hope she stays fine and good. Mom, stop. I'm sorry. Sweet young men need to be smooched by their parents. If I don't, they'll take away my mom license. Okay. Kira was completely enthused by Cove's admission, though a tone of seriousness did return to her voice when the conversation continued. Do you want to talk to your dad too?
No.
Oh, no. Wow. Cove snapped the word instantly, but reeled his annoyance back in just as quickly. Maybe later, not today.
It's alright.
I understand, we can shelve it. Thanks, Mom. Okay, yay, that makes me a lot less awkward and happy, yay. Thank you for talking to me, little mister. She grinned affectionately at him before turning her way. And thank you, Leah. Huh? What did I do? It's easy to act like a baby with your mom. It's harder to keep that up with your neighbor watching everything. Especially when you really care about what said neighbor thinks of you. Oh! She winked. Mom. She ruffled his hair with a laugh, then moved her hand down to tap the end of his nose. And that was how the issue was resolved, at least between Cove and his mom. When the three of you left the restaurant and Kira had paid the bill, you walked back to your neighborhood slowly. You had eaten so much by that time, you were beginning to feel sleepy. It didn't help that the lunch had happened late and the sun was already beginning to descend from the sky. Oh, whoa, he looks different. That's, Cove's dad, I think. Wow, different. But eventually, you reached your street. Someone was there to greet your group upon arrival. Welcome back, family, and Leah too.
Huh.
Cliff. Oh, she does not like him. She definitely does not like him. Dad. Ooh, neither of them are happy with him. Jeez. The two walked past him into the condo without sparing another word. Despite the summer heat, their shoulders were cold. Oof. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. He rubbed the back of his neck with a crooked smile, but his eyes were soft as he looked on after them. He's so much like his mom, don't you think? You gave a vague nod, not sure what he was expecting you to do. He nodded back far more energetically. Okay, have a nice night, Leah. You too, Mr. Holden. With that, Cove's dad disappeared to join the others inside. It was your turn to go home now. Summer hadn't started off at all how you imagined it would have, though it turned out to set the tone well. Having Kira in the neighborhood was a new experience for not only you and Cove, but also both your families, and a dull moment was rarely had. Oh, okay, that ended! Wow, okay. Oh, that was awesome, wow. So I see some new chapters here. But once again, I'm not going to tackle those, because my throat is dead now. Like, ouchie. As I said last time, I will take a look at these in another part or something after I finish the whole story. Because I'm sure I was absolutely squealing at the friggin' climbing the window part. So if these are anything like that, I'm sure I will very much enjoy them. But for now, I'm going to end here. I'll save here so that I don't lose my. Oh wait, no, I'll save right there. There we go. And I will come back to this and see you guys in part 3. Thank you so much if you watched the entire video. I post weekly now. I don't know if I said that in the beginning, but I post every Friday. Have a lovely week, you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.